To help vulnerable people throughout the heat, Age UK are supporting the elderly in South London today. So let's speak to GB News reporter Rosie Wright, who joins us from Vauxhall. Rosie, hello, good afternoon. Nice to see you. You've been jetting around the country today, going from villages in Buckinghamshire that have got no water, and now you're in Vauxhall. What's happening down there?
I am, and it's actually gone quite quiet in here. Genuinely, bingo has been postponed for our arrival, which is very kind, and 800 ice creams have been ordered. This is a place where vulnerable people can come, socialise, combat things like loneliness, spend time together, and of course, Age UK are making sure that people have got somewhere to come to keep cool and spend time with others as well. We can find out more because Natalie, the Chief Executive, is here. This is a bit of a machine you've got going here, providing so many different activities. Just give us a bit of the ethos of what you're doing and how that's changed as the temperature gets higher.
Well, this day centre is for people who are older, who have disabilities, who have dementia. We run a series of activities through the week, Monday to Friday, morning activities, afternoon activities, chair-based exercise, bingo, arts, crafts, all sorts of things like that. And we've changed things slightly during this hot weather to be a bit more careful and make sure we keep people hydrated. We're constantly reminding people that, it's really important to keep your fluid intake up.
Yeah, and look, these weren't put here just for me to be here. They're all over the place. We were talking earlier, it's the more vulnerable people, older people, who are the ones who've had a bit of a warning when the weather gets hotter. Yeah. It's the basics though, isn't it? And we can remind people that we know about that.
Yes, I mean, if you have an older person who lives in your block or on your street, you can, knock on the door, ask them if they're okay. Would they like, you to do their shopping for them? So it would save them going out during this extreme heat. So if you could pick up their groceries for them.
But it's even more basic than that, isn't it? It's just reminding people who, if they're at home by themselves, just things like drink water.
Yes, so just constant reminders, have a glass of water. If you don't like water, have some squash. You could pick up a bottle of squash for someone, really easily, and that would help them increase their fluid intake.
Really simple, but really essential. Thank you so much, Natalie. Let's just speak very briefly to Veronica, who's been coming here for 27 years. So it's a real privilege to be here. For you, this centre has been such a big part of your life. It's really important as a social place as well as somewhere where you can get kind of health advice.
Brilliant.
It really is. I mean, I've been coming here, as you've said, for 27 years, and I love it. The staff are really, really nice. They're like family here. So yeah, I just love it. And socially, I come here because I can socialise with people. I live on my own, so this is just good for me, although I have a physical disability. And that's one of the main reasons that I'm here, really. But socialising is important to me.
Of course. And just a final bit of advice from if you can. We know about check on your elderly relatives, check on older people. How do we do that without coming across as a bit kind of patronising? Because it is actually really important.
Well, what I do, I mean, I've got a couple of elderly neighbours, like myself, and I tend to just phone them up because obviously being in the chair, they've got stairs and all that. So I just tend to phone them up, and if they haven't got any fluids like water or anything, I'll get my son to go out and get some and just pop them in for them.
Veronica, thank you so much, and thank you to everyone here. They will be, I think, a little bit relieved that we've now disappeared, because it means the rest of the afternoon activities can really get along. We've got chair exercises and, as I said at the beginning, bingo as well. But this is a really important resource for vulnerable people in this area to make sure they're not by themselves, they've got advice, and most importantly, they've got other people around them too.
Thank you, Rosie.